Welcome to USA News Today. Please subscribe and check notification box to get all breaking news alert and latest updates on hot cases.
All rights reserved to USA News Today. Copyright sign, 2019. Breaking news today, April 12, 2019. Caravan with hundreds of migrants leaves Honduras towards U.S. Migrants walk along a highway as a new caravan of several 100 people sets off in hopes of reaching the distant United States, in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, shortly after dawn Wednesday, April 10. Parents who gathered at the bus station with their children to join the caravan say they can support their families with what they can earn in Honduras and are seeking better opportunities. Hundreds of Honduran migrants reportedly boarded buses in the city of San Pedro Sula before dawn Wednesday and set out in a caravan hoping to travel the more than 2,450 miles to the United States. Some of those gathered at the bus station said they are seeking better opportunities away from Honduras because they cannot support their families with what they can earn in their home country. Nahimi Reyes, who waited at the bus station with one of her 5 children sleeping on the floor beside her, said her country's economic troubles are driving her north. Migrants planning to join a new caravan of several 100 people setting out in hopes of reaching the distant United States, waited at the bus station in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, Tuesday, April 9. Parents who gathered at the bus station to leave with Wednesday morning's caravan say they can support their families with what they can earn in Honduras and are seeking better opportunities. The economic situation is very difficult, she said, but if she finds the U.S. border closed, she said, she will return to Honduras. Honduran Prime, extreme poverty fueling migrant caravan. In San Pedro Sula told reporters that nearly 1,000 people gathered at the bus terminal after news of a new migrant caravan spread. They were unable to board buses and began walking through the rain, some pushing strollers or carrying sleeping children in their arms. Thousands of migrants who made the trek north and now remain stranded on the Mexico-U.S. border. And Trump has railed against increased migrants coming into the U.S. via Mexico and this week threatened to close the border before changing course and threatening tariffs on automobiles. In Mexico, the country does not stop the flow of Central American migrants. Customs and Border Protection has said the influx of migrant families attempting to enter the country has overwhelmed their facilities. The agency announced this week that 53,000 parents and children were apprehended at the southern border in March alone. Border slowdown leaves ports of entry vulnerable to drug trafficking, critics say. While officials said that more 103,000 migrants were turned away from or apprehended at the U.S.-Mexico border last month, an increase of nearly 106% over the same period last year. Numbers were made public hours after a top Border Patrol official told lawmakers that authorities have apprehended more families illegally crossing the border between October 2018 and February of all of the 2018 fiscal year, October 1, 2017, September 30, 2018. Caravan's departure comes just days after the resignation of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen as part of a larger DHS shakeup orchestrated by Trump. Hundreds of Honduran migrants, many carrying young children, set out in a caravan for that country's border with Guatemala on Wednesday, hoping to reach the United States. Who gathered at the San Pedro Sula bus station said they can support their families with what they can earn in Honduras and are seeking better opportunities. One that would carry them to towns on the Guatemalan border. Others walked through the rain, some pushing strollers or carrying sleeping children in their arms. Immigration authorities said their Honduran counterparts reported that about 1,100 migrants were headed for their common border, mostly aboard buses to 2 crossing points. They said some were already crossing into Guatemala. Guatemala's president, Jimmy Morales, said he would use all legal means to confront caravans. He said officials were looking into both the use of children and who is promoting the caravans for political reasons. Naomi Reyes, who waited at the bus station in San Pedro Sula with one of her 5 children sleeping on floor beside her, said her country's economic straits are driving her north. The economic situation is very difficult, she said, but if she finds the U.S. border closed, she said, she will return to Honduras. U.S. President Donald Trump this week threatened to close the U.S.-Mexico border before changing course and threatening tariffs on automobiles produced in Mexico if that country does not stop the flow of Central American migrants. U.S. border facilities have been overwhelmed by the number of migrant